Now, you had somebody look at these, some expert
I sent pictures of this one up to Booth Bay Harbor. There's a lab up there that studies mammalian fossils, but they got 20 guys together, and they all decided, yes, that's what that was.
Beautiful morning up here in Solon, Maine. The snow is coming down.
Good morning from Solon, Maine, and it's snowing. It's early. Last night was New Year's Eve, so it's a little tired, but we got to get up. And today I'm Wes. This is Tom, the hippie explorer. We don't want to wake anybody up around here, so I'm being quiet. But we're going to go down and see a friend who might have found a mammoth tooth. She says an expert said it is.
I heard it's more than a tooth. I heard it might be the whole mammoth.
Yeah, it might be a whole mammoth. So we're going to do that today, but we got to pack up from here. It started snowing. Looks like we're going to be traveling in the weather, so it's going to be exciting and an adventure.
Just show my new shirt.
Look at that. Stay weird. Very good.
My Christmas shirt.
That's very weird. Let's have some breakfast. Let's go in and have some breakfast. Stay warm until we get out of here and hit the road. Let's go. Bacon. Make sure you put your hip bee honey in there. Hip bee will be upset if we don't show you the honey.
Are we going to get a weather report about the snow? I'm wondering how the roads are going to be.
Yeah, we'll have to check with Hip B and see what the weather's going to be like. Hey, all you groovy dudes and you slap happy hippies. This is Hip B. And I'm here in Solon, Maine at the cabin. And it's snowing out there. You see that it's snowing? Let me give you the full weather report. Here we go. It's snowing. There you go. And it may keep snowing. Maybe not when we travel south, but you better be careful driving on the road. You don't want to slip and slide. Now, I'm going to go and get a nice blanket and stay warm in the back seat, but I'm first going to have some of that bacon and honey. Toodaloo.
Hello. Just want to take a moment to tell you about the alien invasion coming a week from today, next Wednesday, February 5th. Chico the alien's going to be here, and he's bringing some gifts. What's we got?
Well, we're going to have these gift sets right here.
Inside of those gift sets will be one of these great shirts, just like that, like the one Tom's wearing. And what else is in there?
Oh, there's going to be alien probe sticks. There's honey candies.
We're also going to be giving away hippie hats and gold. We've got some gold backs we're giving away, and all the usual fun, music, dancing, the whole bit. So don't miss it. A week from today, next Wednesday. Be there.
Bacon's coming off. Crispy bacon. Everybody likes their bacon different. Tell us in the comments how you like your bacon. Crispy or limp or somewhere in between.
I like mine medium rare.
here we are. The very first breakfast of 2025. The very first bacon of 2025.
First good sized snowstorm we've been in.
Yep.
2024 and 5.
Yep. First toast.
First bite of everything bagel seasoning. First scratch on my nose.
Look at that. First egg, 2025. Those taste much better than 2024 eggs.
That's my fourth sip of coffee from 2025.
I haven't had any coffee yet. Let me get it.
I saw you make it.
Yeah, but I didn't sip it. I saved it for this occasion. Here it is. First coffee of 2025.
I do want to say this has been quite the trip up here.
Yes. Been a lot of fun.
Pinecone Acres, Solon, Maine. And they invited us up for the week to check out the place. And they've owned it for how long?
2 months?
About 2 months. So they're brand new owners and really nice people. We've had a great time hanging out with them. We had our fireworks last night and
Yeah, you'll have to check out the New Year's Eve live stream and see all the festivities and the fireworks. I never lit off fireworks like that. They went boom!
first time for a lot of things this trip. But this was his first time. Brian and Natalie is their name, and they got 4 kids. This was his first time prospecting this week. It warmed up enough. He went out to the river, got some material, brought it back, and he actually found 5 pieces of gold.
Yep.
So it was a great week for him.
I'm sure we'll be back. Who knows, maybe in the spring, maybe before spring.
Maybe we'll have a hip bee weekend
Good, maybe.
up here. This would be the perfect place for it.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna eat breakfast and we'll be back. Done here in the cabin. We cleaned it all up and we're ready to hit the road. Head down to, that window's bright, I'll have to come over here. And we're gonna head down to York and see if we can see Vicky and take a look at her woolly mammoth tooth. So without any further delay, let's go.
Missed the spot.
everybody okay? Okay. We better take it easy. There was a car off the road there. I guess they were all okay. We stopped to make sure everyone was all right. And there was a truck there. He's going to try to pull them out. We'll see how they do.
You can see in the video right here that we took, the car that's on the side of the road isn't the one. There's one way into the woods.
Yeah, the truck on the side of the road is the one that's going to try to pull the other one out.
So the roads are slick.
Hopefully they get it out and get on their way. We better go slow today. Go slow. We made it down here to the interstate. We're cruising along, heading to York, Maine, to see Vicky, to take a look at the fossils she got, Mammoth Tooth, and there's no snow here, but just up north where we were, there was a couple inches, and I think there's going to be more snow on the way up there.
What is the bee doing?
The bee is out cold. He was up late last night with the fireworks and everything, and he was tired today. But Vicky and Ryan, where we're going, they went to the library to get a book or some pictures or something on the information for this woolly mammoth tooth that they found on their property.
There's a jaw too. It's not just a tooth and a part of the spine.
Oh. And while they were at the library in town inquiring, the town historian was there and overheard the conversation. And they ended up going over to Vicky's last night and looking at the specimen. And they're going to be contacting the state historian. So we're getting in there before all the action today, so we can get our footage of the woolly mammoth tooth found here in Maine by Vicky.
Not just the tooth, the remains. I have a feeling the whole woolly mammoth is there. So
Could be. She was digging out a little pond in her yard with a dredge, and she came across it. We'll get the story. I don't even know if that's true. We'll get the story when we go and see her very shortly. We're going to be there in about an hour or two. Here we are. We made it down here to see Vicky and Ryan, and they gave me a bee kite, which I'm going to put in the car, and I'm having a coffee here, and we're learning about this. Come over, take a look. Now, see this here? That's a mammoth tooth. Woolly mammoth tooth. And now you had somebody look at these, some expert
I sent pictures of this one up to Boothbay Harbor. There's a lab up there that studies mammalian fossils, but they got 20 guys together and they all decided, yes, that's what that was. At first, when I found it, I noticed all these wrinkles. I knew nothing. I'm a prospector, and I was just down at the back of my house with a puddle of water, and I'm digging for gold. They say you can find it anywhere. I figured, okay, I got all this clay, gold's in clay, why not? I'm bored. So I'm throwing all the rocks out of my way, and I made little piles because I bring them up here to fill in this hole, that hole, hold in bankings. And I had a few of them that looked kind of strange.
Now, they were all found in the same area?
No.
Scattered about?
This one here I
on
found
the same
behind
property?
my house. On the same property.
Oh, okay.
This entire area has to be a woolly mammoth graveyard.
Yeah,
and maybe beyond.
and there is not far from the ocean. There's an inlet right over there.
The historian guy said that all of this used to be underwater.
Yeah.
A million years
River
ago.
probably expanded.
And this was like part of the York River.
Right.
All of this was underwater, part of the York River, but the York River shrunk in, and now it's right there, over there.
And this here, you believe, is probably a larger tooth?
Yes,
Or
this is a larger tooth.
like
If you
a
can
molar
see
or
like
something?
this,
Yeah.
you can see all of the, all this part would be under the roots. This part here, if you look at
Like
it,
the chewing surface?
so hang on for a minute. Let me wet that so you can see it really good.
Can you pick up that picture?
This picture?
No, the one behind it that shows what it is.
Oh, that?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly
You
Yeah.
can
the
see,
same.
if you look at the tooth marks, that's why I got the pictures. If you look at these, now this guy's got the root, but this here is the chewing surface. Yes, it's
Yeah.
very worn. You're 6 million years, you'd be worn out too. You know, especially running around in
this-
clay.
This
Yes.
here looks like it's layered too, like a tooth.
It's something.
Now, over here, you think this might be a spine bone
It's
here?
either the spine or
It looks kind of big for a tail. I would think it
you
would
think
be a
maybe
spine.
the tail.
Maybe a vertebrae.
Yeah, yeah.
The reason why I recognize this as biology and not just because it's a rock doesn't mean that it didn't used to be a bone. And if you look,
Yeah,
it
'cause
has all these holes
Yeah.
where veins and arterial nerves and things
yeah.
went through.
Yeah, that definitely looks suspicious.
So something would go
Yeah.
on the back of that. This one here, and these were all found in a row.
Oh,
All
they
found
were?
in the same
Ah.
spot in my backyard. These all
Oh,
here.
yeah.
See the arterial and the nerve ending holes that are in this. These are the things I don't know about. I'm assuming this is the last one. I just found this one. But you can see how it's concave. And if you had synovial
Yeah.
fluid and you had a cartilage in there, that would fit in there, and there, and there, and there. And then maybe something smaller was here, and you know, these all popped to the surface. Once I found that one, then it was on. I'm down there like a husky dog with my ice sled, and every rock that pops to the surface, I pop it out, I throw it in the sled, I bring it back, I take my scrub brush and I scrub all the muck and mud off of it, determine whether or not it's going to be part of my wall or if now this one down here, I wanted to show you. Oh, Lord. 'Tis a season for runny nose. If you look at this hip bone, and then you look at this, the way this is and the curvature, it's upside down. I can't get it
Right.
to stay anywhere else. And the way this curves this way,
Yeah.
I think this part of this bone, this is a bone that used to be somewhere in a hip joint or something like that.
Right.
This one here has a lot of the same kind of wrinkles on it as that rock. This historian said it's more like 6,000, not millions.
6,000 years?
What happened is, according to this guy I watched, he's really an expert on this sort of thing. He says that when the earth did its flip, or whatever it did, is that drinkable? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just checking. I haven't had a chance to have a cup yet. I love it when I perk it like that.
Nice and strong.
He said that something very, a giant heat event hit the earth, and that is what like instantly cooked everything and turned it into a rock.
Yeah.
And then a lot of us digging and flipping all this rock and rivers and here and there, we think they're rocks, but maybe they're not really just rocks.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
these they sound, but when you look at them,
Yeah.
that looks like some sort of an
Yeah.
artery or a nerve center. I don't know what that could be, but it looks suspicious
Center
to me.
of the bone, you know. I mean,
It looks suspicious to me. And then you've got quartz and things that look like a hamburger, a steak. Steak would not look as interesting as that does, you know? I don't know, because this is not my forte, but I know enough about biology to recognize what a joint looks like.
Well, if you're a paleontologist out there or a philanthropist or anything, and you know about this stuff, let us know. Put a comment down below. And we thank you very much for letting us come over here and take a look at your finds here. And they're very interesting. And keep us posted on what happens. Maybe some of them you could sell and hit it big.
Ideally. And then what about this weird fog they're talking about? Because everybody, since the drone thing, they're saying that there's a weird fog going on.
That's what somebody else been saying. I heard something about that.
Yeah, the fog. You know what? You know, so they one thing I watched, they looked like foam pieces, and they said that's what the government does when they're decontaminating something. So that some of it was. And so then he had the question, well, what are they decontaminating of? Why is there decontamination foam on the ground? And then other people, they're looking at their cars, they're looking at their properties, and they've got this thin white film of the substance. And some guy says he changed his oil and forgot to cover up the oil pan before he was going to put it back in his car. And he says when he came out the next day, the entire thing was covered with this white substance that was coming from the fog. So, you know, there's a horror story over a campfire right there.
Yeah.
And now people are getting sick. You know, I mean, they got sore throats, they got migraines, and they're getting sick. Now, I don't think anybody's going to die.
A friend of ours just told us he got sick
Who?
from that. A friend of ours, Steve.
Really?
Yeah. He
It's
lives
a
down,
strange
where's he?
thing.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Jersey and all that. I mean, that's strange business. I can't decide whether that's our business and they don't want to tell us about it. Something else is going on. It's a woo-woo. Something. It was a pleasure to see you guys. And I enjoyed your fireworks. And Happy New Year to everybody. And I hope we all do good in our gold prospecting.
Before you guys go, I just got one more thing to say.
What's that?
Stay groovy.
We're driving. We're on our way. We got about another hour of driving before we get home. And that's just boring driving, so we're gonna cut it off right here. And we want to say thank you to Vicky and Ryan for showing us their finds that they found, and I hope the rest of the mammoth is on your property there, and they'll keep us posted at what goes on there. We also want to thank all our members. These names you see going right up the screen here, those are our members, and if you'd like to be one of those names on the screen, you can hit that join button. For as little as $4.99 a month, you can get access to all of our behind-the-scenes videos, members-only videos, Hip B After Dark series that is on our members-only page, and you'll also be one of the names on the screen.
We could have fixed the bee up a little back there laying there.
He's sleeping. He's still out cold. He's still tired from last night's New Year's Eve festivities. Don't forget to check out thehipbee.com. Get yourself some honey. Make some honey coffee. I've got one going down here. And you can get prospecting equipment and beehive stuff and a little bit of everything there. And even his honey chocolates. And the last but not least, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I know 50% of the people watching are not subscribed, so click that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost nothing, and our videos will come up so you won't miss any. Is that about it? Did I say it all?
Oh yeah, you did.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Peace.